Good evening, cyber friends. This is Midiman coming at you again from Walker's Music. Well, yet another word for the day. Saturday night edition, people. We want to give God all the praise and honor and glory. For if it wasn't for Him, none of us would even be here. We got to give Him His praise. And we also thank God for each and every one of you, cyber friends. You know who you are. As you see the title of my video tonight, it says the address, my address, Midiman's address to the Bible study. I wanted to do this here to let y'all know something. Matter of fact, to our sisters, especially to our sister Tina, we wanted to let her know something. It happened at the very end of the last Bible study, so we didn't have enough time to address it the way I really wanted to. So I decided, when I was sitting here tonight, and as I was sitting here, as you see my notes here, I always take my little notes and everything, what I want to do for Sunday school. I have to teach on third Sunday. And so as I was sitting here at my keyboard and everything, got my pads and everything, and I got everything really situated to do what I got to do for tomorrow. Matter of fact, I got a road trip to take out the regular service tomorrow. We got to travel south, almost near the Florida line. We got to go down there. So it's always job one. But I wanted to say something to our sister, and I don't mean it in a real negative way, but I just want you to understand some things. The Bible study, I want y'all to realize something. Midiman is not popular at all. Let me tell you something. Midiman is not popular at all. I want y'all to understand that. I am not popular whatsoever. I'm not only on the net, but I'm talking about in my real person, because what you see is what you get. I have never been one to let anybody lead me any kind of way. I've always been very strong-willed, and if I think I'm right, you got a problem. But now, if you show me where I'm wrong, I'm humble, and I will change. But you got to show me. In other words, you just got a lot of people going around talking about coming up to folk talking about what the Spirit told you to tell me. Well, you better tell me, because if the Spirit ain't told me, you can go, because I'm not listening to what you telling me. I don't know what Spirit talking to you. And see, this is the type of person that I am. So therefore, Midiman is not, I'm letting the Bible study know, I'm not popular whatsoever. You see, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. When you know who you are in the Lord, now, I'm not saying be arrogant, but I'm talking about be humble. Meekness is not weakness. And I try to tell people that Midiman is meek, but I'm not weak. I will let you think you're in charge. But see, I already know who's in charge. Amen. But what I'm saying is, I don't worry about what people think. I mean, I care about people, but I don't care about what their thoughts are, because people one way one minute, another way another minute, including myself. I'm human. I got flaws just as well as anybody else. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to let no one push me up to do something that I don't want to do. That's just my way. In other words, when I know that the Bible God got a way of doing things, and that's the way that I'm going to do them. To the best of my ability, I'm going to follow Christ. Oh no, Midiman is not popular whatsoever. I'm not popular at all. Mainly because of the fact that I won't go with the grain. See, a lot of people, as long as you're doing what they want you to do, as long as you giving them a banana sandwich, as long as you giving them a Coca-Cola, they all right with you. But as soon as you stop giving them that, what they want, they don't have no place for you anymore. Well, look, you're not going to have no place for Midiman, because Midiman is not going to do it. Midiman will reach out, but he's not going to do it if you're lazy. See, in other words, the Bible tells me if a man didn't work, neither should he eat. So in other words, don't just sit up there talking. You able-bodied can go to work, and then you looking for someone to give you a handout. No, that's not biblical, people. That's not biblical. I told y'all I wasn't popular. I'm not popular at all. Believe me, I am not popular. I mean, choir members, church folk, whatever, I don't care who you are. If you don't come to me straight with it like the God said it, forget it. I'm not going with you. Point blank. And that's one of the reasons. See, when I have decided that I am through with a thing, I'm through with it. That's just the way I've always been. When I was drinking liquor and beer and out there running in the street, I was like that then. So you can imagine. I mean, I didn't let nobody just tell me or lead me in the kind of way. I did what I wanted to do, what I felt was right. But now I don't do what I feel is right. I do what thus said the Lord. Whatever He said, when I read it in that Bible, when it come out the mouth of God, that's all I need. I don't need nothing else. And therefore, there are certain things that I don't want to do, and I'm not going to do them. You might as well go on and sit down somewhere and just go on about your business, because Midiman not going for it. When you trying to talk about people wrong and that people ain't done nothing to you, don't come to Midiman with that mess. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to be a part of it, because the can is no better than the trash it holds. So in other words, like I said, to the Bible study, this is the address to the Bible study. Don't try to be popular, because if you really following Christ, you're not going to be popular. You better be careful when people think well of you. You better be careful. In other words, when everybody liking you, something wrong. Believe me, something wrong. That means you. In other words, it's just like a leader. Part of my Bible study, my Sunday school lesson in the morning, I'm going to be teaching the teaching of the broom, which is about leaders. In other words, to the degree, not only the leaders, because you as a Christian, don't just blame the pastor about everything. You got all the responsibility too. You supposed to live right like the pastor. Don't just put everything on the pastor. You get your butt up and live right too. God, the same requirement for the pastor to require for you too. So in other words, but as leaders, we need to not follow sheep, because you follow sheep, you got to walk in their mess. It's like Timothy Fleming did that preaching. He did a preaching called that. Timothy Fleming out of Atlanta, Georgia. Mount Carmel. He preached the gospel of the broom. And that's where I got that from. He said, when you are a leader, see, I'm a leader. Matter of fact, I know people don't want to respect that, and I don't get respected a whole lot of time, but I don't worry about that, because I'm not looking for no pat on the back from man. God knows who I am. He made me what I am. He gave me what I am. So in other words, when it comes to, see, in other words, I listen to people, you know, even to choir members and different folk, you know, when it comes to singing. Now, I don't call myself to be no outstanding singer. I'm not a singer. I'm a keyboard player. That's what I play there, keyboard. And I'm picking up my guitar again. But when it comes, but I have been in some of the best concert choirs. I sang tenor, and I know what singing is supposed to be, and I know what it's supposed to sound like. Now, we got some people that now that you can have in the choir that they got pretty decent voice and they can sing, but you don't know music. So until you know music and know it, you got to at least know what I know and a little bit more, then you can tell me something. But some of you don't even know what melismatic means. So how in the world you going to come up there and argue with me? You're going to argue with me now about melismatic. And I'm not going to even go down the road and try to explain. There's a lot of stuff. In other words, when you go to a doctor, you don't know what that doctor writing out on that prescription for you, but you take it in faith. And it could be something to kill you, because you don't read Latin. You don't know how to read Latin, but that's what they write the prescriptions in Latin. Most of the time it's in Latin and everything. And what I'm saying is, you don't know what it is. You can get it and look at it and buck your eyes all you want. You still don't know what it is, but you will take that very prescription, go to the drugstore, go to the druggist, give it to the pharmacist. They'll fill it, and you go home and take it. You don't know whether it's going to kill you dead or not. Why? Because you believe that the doctor done gave you the right thing. Well, in other words, that's the same way it is in my profession. And not only me, but to all musicians everywhere that had any form of training. Now, I realize there's a lot of musicians that haven't had any form of training. That does not make them no less of a musician. They have gotten it. Most of them play by ear. That's fine. That's most of the way I play is by ear. But I can read music. And I'm not afraid of anybody's sheet music. In other words, I'm not no great, outstanding sight reader, but I'm not afraid of you giving me something, give me about 2 or 3 hours to look over it before I have to play it. I'm not afraid of nobody's music when you set it there before me. Give me some time. But you got some people that gifted in that area. They got great sight reading skill. You can set it in front of them the first time. They never seen it. I had 2 girls that I went to school with at Barry. They could do it. And they were very outstanding piano players. You set some music in front of them, they could play it. Straight from the sheet. Never had seen it before. Me, it take me a while to do that. No. But I can read music. I know everything they're playing. So what I'm saying is, until you know something, what you need to do, you need to hush. Just go on. If you know how to sing a little bit, sing and let that do. But somebody always can tell you something. See, this is the point, people, what I'm trying to get to the Bible study, let you know. People, Sister Tina, especially for you, people are never going to, some people are never going to let you endorse you. They're never going to let you down. You just got to forget about that. Look, if I don't need anyone to tell me, to pat me on my back to play this keyboard. I can play this keyboard. This is my keyboard. I can play it right here. They don't have to let me play it in the church. I can take it in the street and play it. Same thing I tell you. If you want to preach, you can preach in the street. You don't have to be in nobody's pulpit. In other words, this is the point that where everybody done got all mixed up. So in this address, I'm hoping that I'm just letting the Bible say no. No. Midiman is not popular whatsoever. Don't be surprised what you see, because it's widespread. Because see, when you go against the grain and you stand for what's right and you be firm, and people can't handle you any kind of way, most folks not gonna like you. Believe me. This is Midiman saying whatever you get into. If God's not in it, get out of it, because it's gonna come to nothing. This is Midiman saying peace, goodbye.